is crazy right now. Hello everybody, what is up? Louis here. It has been a long time since we have spoken. I'm actually not sure how many weeks it has been since we last uploaded a video, or recorded for that matter. So the reason for that is, well, lots of reasons. Once we switched from the fertility clinic to our OB, the OB that we chose doesn't allow filming in the doctor's office. So when we picked that doctor, we were actually really sad about that. Obviously, I probably was more than Tessa because I'm the one that's been carrying the camera around and filming everything. It was a sacrifice, but for the best, you have to make sacrifices. So yeah, we just didn't really start filming anymore because if we were going to film, it would have been like before and after in the car. It just didn't happen. And I will say that made me kind of sad because I was really enjoying getting to film the whole process and all the doctor's appointments and stuff, and it was helping us stay engaged with you all. So that's one of the reasons we quit filming. And then another reason is because I got so busy in graduate school that I could have still been filming this whole time, but I knew that I wasn't gonna have time to edit, so I just kind of didn't do it. I was already feeling really heavy with all the weight of the schoolwork that I had, and I didn't want to add one more thing onto my to-do list. So that's another reason why. A third reason could be, you know, that we just kind of got into this, not this like laziness, because that's definitely not what's been going on. Maybe more of like a funk. We both kind of got into a little bit of a funk for a little while. I think just the things that come along with pregnancy and navigating those things isn't easy. You know, it's not easy. And when you're in the midst of those things, it's especially not easy to pick up something like a camera and film it because it's not really something that is easy to share. You know, I know that part of the reason that we have been filming and part of the reason that we are doing this is to share the process with everybody. So not showing the ugly parts and just showing the pretty parts isn't necessarily what we intended to do and isn't necessarily what we want to do, but I'm just telling you all, this is where we've been. So currently, today, actually, Tessa is 29 weeks exactly. So this is the Ovia app we've got, and as you can see, she is exactly 29 weeks today. So let's take a couple of minutes and check out what this has to say about the baby. By the way, there's so many things that have happened between the last time that you guys joined us here and now. And that would be that Tessa is now in the 3rd trimester. Pretty crazy, which means in 10 weeks or less, who knows, we will have a living, breathing, crying, pooping, laughing little human being here hanging out with us. And I cannot wait to show you all the 3D image from, it was either the 26th or 27th week doctor's appointment. While I was out of town, Tessa went, but I can't wait to show that to you all, and I'll show it to you at the end of this video. So let's see what the Ovia app has for us today. Wow, okay, so baby is growing and is now the size of a Hawaiian pineapple. That is, okay, that's big. Like a pineapple is like this big. That's pretty large. Hawaiian pineapple coming at you. That's pretty awesome. We have definitely been feeling him move way more and just not even way more as in frequently, but feeling him move more. I mean, you can just feel like if you put your hand on Tessa's stomach, you can just feel something like slide past you like that. And it's pretty surreal. I will insert a clip of that video right here. So let's read a little bit about what this app has to say about baby pineapple right now. I just want to tell you guys, I use Ovia because it just says things plain and simple for me and I like it. I'm not like promoting it necessarily or anything. I'm sure there's tons of apps out there, but this one has helped me stay on track with keeping time with Tessa's pregnancy and for helping me be aware of what she may be going through. So every single week, if not multiple times a week, I pick this app up and I check it out so I can see what's going on with her. Yesterday, the app told us that baby's immune system is getting stronger and stronger every day, which is awesome. Also, I think another thing that you all don't know yet is the sex of our baby. We do know the sex of our baby, so I'm gonna have to get back to you all on that, because if you don't know, I may have already even said in this video without realizing that I have not announced that to you all. So here's another cool thing. Baby's eyes can open, but baby's eyes can open, but their vision is still not excellent. I also want to show you all how big the picture of the hand and feet are. They have gotten so big. So I remember when the green part of this is the size of the baby's hand right now. I remember when this was the size of the tip of a pin. Smaller than that even. I remember when it was like that big in there, and that it could fit, I remember it could fit inside of my pinky nail. And now that is so big, that's way bigger than my thumb, probably 3 times 4 times the size of my thumb. I can't believe that that is how big the hands are now. And let's check out the little cute feet too. How adorable. So big, once again, getting so big. And you can tell now when, I must have already given away his sex. I just did it, oh my gosh. Okay, so we're having a boy, everybody. Genetically, biologically, we are having a boy. The sex of this child is that of a male. Now, that is not to say when this baby gets old enough to tell us what they identify as, what they are, could be something totally different. But right now, we are using the male pronouns. We are treating this baby as a male, and until they tell us otherwise, that is what we will do. We were very specific when we did the baby sex reveal that it was a sex reveal and it was not a gender reveal, to specify the differences there, and that sex is different from gender and gender is different from sex. Okay, so another little tidbit about the 29 weeks pregnant is tighter in the tummy. Your baby is growing too big for his apartment, and it can do some funny things to your body. It says read on for more developments of this week. So lately he has been kicking Tessa in the ribs, in the hip bones, in the bladder, in the stomach even. It's been making, so she has not had any difficulties. How long has this not been focused for real? She has not been having any difficulties with nausea for a very long time, and just this last week and a half, she has been getting nausea again. And she thinks it's from him kicking her in the stomach, and there just not being a whole lot of room in there. And I can only imagine what that feels like to be kicked in the stomach. So yeah, nausea is a thing that's back. Okay, so this last doctor's appointment we had was the 28-week doctor's appointment, and Tessa is measuring right on time. Weight gain is great. She did her pre-gestational diabetes test and that came back negative, so all is well in that area. The only thing that came back on her blood test was that her iron is getting a little bit low, so she has started an iron supplement and has been intentionally eating foods that are higher in iron than she was before. And the only other thing that we have had like a minor scare with, like I would just say the only thing we've had a minor scare with this entire pregnancy, besides just being fearful in general, just like a healthy amount of fear and respect for the process and the pregnancy, is that a few weeks ago we just had a little bit of a scare with her blood pressure. So it wasn't this very latest doctor's appointment, it was the one before that, where we actually went in to the doctor's appointment and just out of nowhere, Tessa's blood pressure was like crazy high. I mean, to the point where it was making her not only not feel well, but just not appear well, and it wouldn't go down, and a lot of different things happening that I think greatly contributed to that. So we went into the doctor's office. It was cold outside, it was very hot inside, so everybody was dressed for cool weather, then coming into the doctor's office and immediately being melted, and she was wearing something that she couldn't take off that day to cool off. She had just walked up 2 flights of stairs. They put us with a random different doctor instead of her doctor. I don't know why they did that. We think it was a mistake, but it was unnecessary. Okay, so what I was saying is, if you are going to change somebody's doctor and details on them regarding their appointment, you should tell them ahead of time, especially if they are pregnant. Because somebody like Tessa, who does not do well or adjust well with changes that happen like that, you need to prep them. And I feel like it's only courteous if you're gonna make changes like that on someone that you let them know ahead of time. So the doctor's appointment was just full of surprises, and the doctor that came in was just not as nice as our doctor, didn't have very good bedside manner, did not really care much at all that we were expressing to her that Tessa was not feeling well. And I actually started getting a little upset because I was looking at this doctor saying, hey, she's really not feeling well right now. And the doctor kind of was just like, okay, well, I'll have them come in and check her blood pressure again. Not like, all right, let's lay her down, let's get her on her side, let's put her feet up, let's cool her off. Nothing like that. She just kind of walked in, said, this is what it'll be for your next appointment, here's your gestational diabetes paperwork, here's this, and walked out. No. So what ended up happening was our doctor's assistant that originally we work with our other doctor came in, thankfully, and Tessa was like, oh, very nice to see a face that I know that is coming in here, smiling at me and asking me if I'm okay. Take notes, people. Took her blood pressure again, and it was still really high. So from there, we actually went to the ER version of where pregnant people go. I don't know what that's called right now, but we actually left straight from the doctor's office and we went there, and we were there for about 3.5, 4 hours, and they monitored the baby's heart rate, his movements, and Tessa's blood pressure. And everything checked out okay, but we were there for a very long time, and it did take a very long time for her blood pressure to go back down. So since then, we have just been very aware of that. We've been aware of her blood pressure and how she's feeling. I just spit. And that's been something that we've been monitoring. And so far since then, it's been high a couple of times here and there, but it has been manageable, and it has not been a preeclampsia issue yet. Hopefully it will not be a preeclampsia issue. She's had minor swelling in her hands and feet, and she has headaches, and she doesn't feel good sometimes. She just doesn't feel good sometimes. And when that happens, she needs to take it easy. That's just something that we are working with and have been working with. And I think she's gotten a little bit better at recognizing the signs and the symptoms that are coming along with, hey, I need to sit back and relax right now. And that's just how it goes. But we're very, very thankful and lucky and happy that it's not preeclampsia, at least not now. We have been to the facility where she will be giving birth. We've taken the tour. We know what that's gonna be like there. We know the options that are available to her. We found out that we are allowed to bring essential oil diffuser. I'm trying to show you this one I have going right now. We are allowed to bring that in for while she's in labor and everything, and actually like even during the birth, which is amazing for so many reasons. It's amazing for her, but also I am a huge scent person, and like I've just heard, during the whole birth process that things can go a little crazy, and I just think having an oil diffuser with some calming scents and some stuff that's like going to maybe just even be familiar with home, like just bringing the smell of home into a hospital, I think is like really cool that we can do that, because that will just add a sense of comfort that otherwise would not be there. And honestly, who likes the smell of a hospital? I know that I do not. So that'll be cool that we can bring that in. And it's just getting closer and closer, it's becoming more and more real. And I will say, as far as like the funk that I kind of mentioned briefly earlier, I feel like we're both on the other side of that funk. I feel like there's just stuff that goes on internally that if you've never dealt with it before, you kind of just don't know what it is. And it's hard to recognize that it's happening in the moment when it's happening. And it's kind of like one of those things that you look back on and you think, oh, man, I really was in like quite a bit of a funk for a little while there. Like, I'm really glad I'm on the other side of it. And I'm really thankful actually that both of us are on the other side of that. And it's interesting to think that we were both kind of in that for a while together. And not that we weren't like being unsupportive of one another or anything like that. It's just, we were both just feeling kind of low. And I think we were just feeling really heavy with a lot of stuff. And I think the more we communicate about things and the more we work through things together and we make sure we're on the same page and stay on the same page, the better we both feel about it. And the more support, I cannot say this enough, but the more support that you have from friends and family and the people that are just around you and that you love and care about, the better all of this feels. So just having undeniable support from both of our sides of parents is just incredible, and our family members is just incredible. So thank you all for the support that you've shown us through this. It's been really incredible, and we love you all so much, and cannot believe that we're gonna be having a little baby to share with you all very, very soon. And we've started on his room, so we'll probably show you all that soon once it doesn't look so chaotic, but maybe I'll give you a little sneak peek at the end of this video, along with the 3D ultrasound image of our beautiful baby boy. And I might slide some photos in here as well at the end of our sex reveal. We did have some cool photos taken for that by an awesome person, and I will include her Instagram link here in case you all want to hit her up for some amazing photos. She is at Camera Shy Confessions on Instagram, and I'll include that in the description below. But yeah, go check her out. She's got some amazing photos here. She actually inquired about an update video, so here I am doing it. But yeah, she's got some incredible photos, you guys. You should go check them out. Let me see if I can find one of ours. She just has a natural eye for this kind of thing. Oh, here's one. Here's one of us right here. Yes! Thank you so much, Camera Shy Confessions, for those photos. So here's where I'm gonna roll into a sneak peek of the baby's bedroom. And at the very end of this, you will see that 3D image of our growing baby boy. So 29 weeks, super happy to be back into sharing with you all. Cannot wait to share the rest of this journey with you guys. We are so blessed, continually so thankful for this opportunity to bring this one little beautiful life into this world. Just can't even believe it. So super excited. Maybe Tessa will make an appearance on one of these videos someday soon, because she is just growing more and more beautiful as every single day goes by, and that baby belly gets just a little bit bigger with each day. And yeah, handling pregnancy gracefully and beautifully. She's doing a wonderful job. Thank you so much for joining us here today, everybody, and we will see you next time. Hold on one second. Okay, so I forgot to mention one pretty big update. In November, we got married, and that was an incredible time and an incredible experience, and it was such a special day filled with literally so much love. I can't even believe it. Didn't know that much love and happiness was possible in one space at one time. So yeah, that was a huge thing that happened that also kind of had us focused elsewhere. I know that we had mentioned we had been planning for it in previous videos and stuff, but yeah, that happened at the beginning of November, and it kind of seemed from that point on until like now-ish, things have just been so crazy and so busy for so many reasons that yeah, that's kind of why another reason that we kind of fell off the radar there for a little bit. But our wedding was amazing, and then the week after our wedding we went to California and we stayed on the beach for it was like 4 nights or something like that, and we went to Disneyland. So after this video, at some point when I've got the time to edit it, you all will also see some video from our honeymoon, which will be really special and really awesome because we didn't even think we were gonna have one. And we did, and it was spectacular. And if I could go back there right now, I would. So that was the other little thing I forgot to tell you all. And once again, it's good to be back. Thank you so much for joining us, and we cannot wait to share the rest of this journey with you. Thank you so much. Until next time. Bye.